Hey Francis,
Yo, what's up?
you know how there's this whole coronavirus thing going on?
Yeah, sure. What about
Well,
it?
a lot of organizations have taken steps to help try and prevent the spread of coronavirus.
Uh-huh.
You know what one of those organizations is?
No, I don't.
ISIS.
I said, really?
In their
ISIS?
weekly newsletter, ISIS, as in the Islamic State group,
Yeah.
in their weekly newsletter, they put out that their members need to not go and do terrorist attacks. Instead, they need to try and sneeze into their elbows.
Aren't they like trying to kill people though? So
Yeah,
okay, I'm not part of a terrorist group, so I guess I'm not exactly an authority on the subject, right? But shouldn't they be like trying to like spread it?
see, that's what I was thinking actually,
Like
because this seems like a
intuitively.
real missed opportunity for the coordinators of ISIS. Because basically,
Yeah.
at this point, all you need to do instead of sending a guy with a vest over to Times Square, just give some guy Corona and have him sneeze on people.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Like I'm sure they have their motivations. I'm not a terrorist. So like I can't really speak for them. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I,
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, here's a question. Do you think sneezing could be classified as a lethal weapon? Like, if
No.
someone has coronavirus and they sneeze, do you think that's a lethal weapon?
Wait, I know no. Okay, hear me. Okay. So like actually in Italy, I think you can be like charged for homicide if you're if you're out for like no reason. Just you like might spread the coronavirus. So like I guess to some degree you could argue that, I guess. I
Being
guess.
Italians. I say that being half Italian. Well, hello
God.
everyone. Welcome to the second episode of the Quarantine Podcast. This is a thing, and we're gonna roll.
We're doing
Welcome to the Quarantine Podcast. Welcome to the Quarantine Podcast.
stuff. Yay.
All right, Francis, if you'd like to introduce our guests.
Oh yes. This is my guest, Isaiah. Our guest Isaiah. And
Hola.
Isaiah's cool. I've known him for one,
Since
4, 7,
8 years now?
9 years?
Eight
Is
or
it
nine. It's
8 or
been
9?
since like fourth grade, right?
Fourth grade, yeah. So,
Yeah.
like I've known Isaiah since fourth grade, and like he's probably one of my bestest friends. So like, yeah,
Oh, thanks.
it's my boy. Yeah,
Yes, sir. All
And
right.
so,
So,
yeah. What's happening
as
now?
with any guest, we're gonna lead in. Isaiah has a story that he's gonna share, and then we'll get on to talking about stuff.
all right. My story isn't too interesting, and it's not like super long. It's more of like just a dumb thing that I did. So, whenever we were like on vacation, you know how things get messy like in the bathroom, like all your stuff is just like everywhere, and it gets like really just cluttered everywhere. Well, I was the victim of that. So I went to brush my teeth, and I noticed something tasted a little weird. So I just didn't really think anything of it. As I finished up, I realized that nothing was coming out of my mouth, and there was like no foam. Like when you usually like put toothpaste and you brush your teeth, there's like foam. I noticed there wasn't really anything. So I looked to what I thought was my toothpaste tube, and it turns out that I had brushed my teeth with like hydrocortisone. And my mom started freaking out like a lot, and she said like she called my aunt because my aunt's like a registered nurse and she works in the hospital and everything. And she's like, "Oh my god, what do we do? What do I do? Do we need to call poison control?" And nothing happened, but that's my story. It's
Wait,
just me being dumb.
what is hydrocortisone or hydrocortisol? What is it?
I think it's used to treat like inflammation and like itching. So you put it on like bug bites or mosquito bites, and it helps like the reddening go down.
Did you feel like lightheaded? Did you get like high off of it?
No, nothing happened. I
Well,
was
that's
just like,
unfortunate.
this is extremely bitter.
Oh, that's
No,
fair, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
Usually toothpaste is like your minty, so I should have known from the start.
Yeah, I used toothpaste to like wash my hands once. I was like really tired, and I was just like, it's pretty much soap, I guess. But it just feels weird because it's like this like grain. It's like grainy-ish, I guess. No,
Oh, ew.
I don't know how to like describe it. It's not grainy, but it's like I don't know. It's sticky-ish. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's a weird feeling.
Oh, never tried that one
Yeah.
before. I guess if
Yeah.
we run out of soap during the coronavirus, I'll just brush my hands.
And I know someone who like accidentally got toothpaste in her nose, I think, and I don't think it went well for her. Yeah.
How do you
At least she
how
has
do
a
you
clean
do
nose.
that?
Okay. For like context, I think it was Sasha. That's your sub.
Sasha. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like one of those things you just like expect from her, I guess. Like
Oh.
I'm not even mean
Not
that
to
in like a bad
cap,
way. Like
but
I don't know, like trying to cap on her. Right? I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, it sounds like something she would do. Well, yeah, she accidentally got toothpaste up her nose, and like apparently it burns. I wouldn't know, but yeah,
minty fresh.
minty fresh. Yeah. So like, what do we have for today?
So on the schedule for today, we are planning on talking about New York. Thank you, courtesy of Isaiah.
Woo.
Video games, then ending that off with our top 5 video game recommendations for y'all to play, and then top 5 binge shows.
Neat.
Already. So how's New York?
New York was really fun. We came in on Friday night, and there wasn't really much to do. I fell asleep on the Uber on the way to the hotel, but everything after that was kind of wild. So there was supposed to be a paper that was due the Tuesday before spring break started, and my dumbass procrastinated and just couldn't finish the paper. And my
Oh,
teacher
shit.
called me in on Friday, and she was like, "Okay, it's not in. You need to turn it in by 8 a.m. Saturday. Otherwise, like it can't count as a college grade, and you'll just be like failing in the college side of things."
Okay.
So she also like emailed my mom, and my mom was like, "Okay, Isaiah, that's kind of not cool of you to be doing that. So you're gonna bring your laptop and you're gonna work on it on the plane,
Oh, that is a
and
bitch.
then you're gonna work on it as soon as you wake up tomorrow and turn it in before 8." So
Did you at least
Oh.
get crying baby on the plane to help?
Did you,
nothing.
like, get it done?
I was like still 80 words short of the word count. I don't think I even finished like the intro paragraph. I just like wrote the body paragraphs, finished the closing paragraph, and then submitted it because there were like 2 minutes left when I turned it in.
That's fair. Like, did your
Yeah.
teacher like actually read things?
I got a 45 on it, so I think so.
Oh shit. I mean, like a 45 is like almost a 50. Are you failing?
I haven't checked my grade. I just saw it on Schoology, and I was like, okay.
I mean, like
I have like a 7. I probably have like a 70 in the class.
I mean, like C's get degrees, I guess. I mean,
I mean,
That's
yeah.
only in college, though.
yeah, but like on the college side of things.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
dual credit class, so it's like
Ah,
both sides.
Yeah.
Wait, what class was it for?
English.
English. I mean, she didn't even put a grade in, so I think she just doesn't want to fail me. She's nice. She's a really nice teacher. Like, she's not the teacher that we expected this year, because the one that we had for dual credit English 3 last year was like our favorite English teacher ever, aside from this is like the first English teacher that we are all kind of like meh about, but I think it's because we expected a different teacher. Like, if I feel like if we had her last year, then we would have loved her this year.
That's fair. Yeah.
I guess I should talk about the rest of my trip, right?
Wait, real quick before you do. So I know personally I've been in New York. Francis, you said you've been in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Born.
Didn't you like live there?
Yeah, I was born in New York. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
But if you were born in New York, that doesn't necessarily mean you live there.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's,
I didn't live there for like too long, but like I remember like visiting places. And we like visit every now and then, so it was nice. Yeah.
Isaiah, if you'd like to continue.
okay. So I woke up at like 5 in the morning, and we came in at like 12 o'clock at night. So that was great. And then we spent the entire day walking because that's what you do in New York, right? So we started off. We did this comic book tour. So we like went around the city and we saw like famous comic book spots. And we saw one of like the co-founders of DC, like while we were on the tour, and our tour guide like freaked out. He's like, "Oh my god, dude, you like are my childhood." And he was like, "Okay, guys, here's so and so," and that was pretty cool.
Did you get a picture with them?
My parents might have a picture of him. I could put it in chat, but I don't know if we have like a visual part of this.
Oh no, there's not. At least not yet. Maybe in the future, but not yet.
Yeah. I mean, I can share it in chat still, but maybe we can do that later. That was really awesome. But we visited Washington Square Park or something, or Washington Central Park or whatever, and that was right by
Central Park?
NYU. Huh?
Central Park?
No, there's like a whole bunch of different parks, and I think it was like Washington Park or whatever that we were at specifically. And it was pretty cool. It was right next to NYU, so there were like tons of college kids just like sitting everywhere.
Okay. Did you do
But I
a tour of NYU?
No, we didn't tour NYU. We got to
Oh.
tour Seton Hall though, so that was pretty fun. That day we had to wake up super early to catch a train to New Jersey,
Ew.
and the town that Seton Hall is in, I'd say it's a pretty nice town. If you wanted to like have a really quiet life, I think you could live there because it looks like a sleepy town. It's not
Yeah.
definitely not New York City. It was pretty nice. It's not my kind of scene though, so I didn't really say I want to go to Seton Hall afterwards just because of where it's at.
Yeah. So like, what are your like college options now? Are you like probably going to UC?
Probably going to UT. But then we had to rush back to New York so that we could catch a tour and an information session at Columbia. And a train broke down on the tracks that we were at, so we got delayed by like 2 hours, and we were like 15 minutes late to the information session.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they canceled tours because of the coronavirus. So
That's unfortunate.
yeah,
Like, did the coronavirus like affect your like trip in like any other way, like significantly?
I mean, my parents made me put on hand sanitizer like every 30 minutes, but other than that,
Oh
there
damn.
weren't any
Okay.
big closings. That was like the first thing to get shut down, or that was like the
Yeah.
only thing that was like shut down while we were there.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
did you see any of the landmark sites like Central Park, the Empire State Building, baseball stadiums, that kind of stuff?
Oh, okay, yeah. We went to a couple really cool places. We got to Wall Street. We passed by Trinity Church. We went on like we went on like a ferry basically that just like rode around New York City, and we got to like look at oh fuck, what's it called? Can that just be like expletive, like bleeped out?
Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out.
Okay. The Statue of Liberty, that's what it's called. And then we got to go on the top of the Empire State Building and the top of the Rockefeller Center. So that was really cool.
Let's go. Let's go. Did you visit the Bronx?
Yeah, we went to the Bronx specifically so we could go to
Oh.
Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
And we played
Wait,
catch
you see what?
to
to Yankee.
specifically to see Yankee Stadium.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. We're like big sports fans here, and I really wanted to go to like a baseball field while we were there. Like the
Did you do
tours weren't
Did they do a
available.
tour?
No, I think they closed down all the tours. And we didn't even schedule one on time or like pay for one, so it's not like it would have been like too coordinated. But we got to play catch in front of New York State Yankee Stadium, and that was pretty cool. I wanted to visit Citi Field because that's where the Mets play, and they're like my second. Huh?
Yankees are better.
Yeah, the Yankees are obviously like a better team. I like the Mets. I don't know. They have that hipster feel to them since they're like, oh, the less known New York team.
They're like
That's
the
true.
less favorite brother.
Yeah.
So here's a
Yeah.
cool thing on the Yankee Stadium tour that you definitely missed because you didn't take the Yankee Stadium tour.
Yeah.
So there's this big hall where they have a load of autographed balls, and one of them is the Babe Ruth ball.
Oh, there's like a little Babe Ruth memorial in front of Yankee Stadium. I was like really excited to go. I mean, I've not been like a baseball fan my entire life, but like as I've been getting into baseball, I've been able to like appreciate the culture and the history like a lot more.
I think the problem is that baseball is a great sport, but a lot of kids nowadays just don't have the patience for it, and
Yeah.
they don't want to try and get into it. But if they did, they'd enjoy it.
Well, the thing is that there's like not a lot of sports watchers. Like a lot of my friends don't watch sports. Like aside from like soccer.
Yeah,
But-
a lot of my friends do soccer or basketball, some football.
Basketball can get pretty annoying because it's supposed to be fast, and whenever teams take it slow, like take the Rockets for example, they just do ISO a lot, and that can get really really boring really fast. But the thing about baseball is that every single pitch, like something can happen every single pitch.
Yeah, it's always a game changer. Or game changer is always possible.
Yeah. It just gets predictable because a team could be like really good and just suck, or a team can be really bad and you know they're just gonna suck.
Yeah, I went to Miami Marlins one time,
Oh.
and they were trying to bring in people. It was like Venezuela Day or Hispaniola Day or something like that. Most of the stadium was empty.
Yeah.
You could look out and you would just see all the orange where the seats were.
Yeah. The Marlins are not a good team. They haven't been to the playoffs in like forever, I think.
Also, they traded away Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah. They had JT Realmuto, they had Jose Fernandez. That's not their fault that they don't have him anymore. Rest in peace. But they had what's that dude called? He was like the MVP 2 years ago. I'm really blanking on
Stanton,
names.
right?
No, not Stanton. It was the dude on the Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like really good though. Christian Yelich. They had like
Oh, right.
they had like three or four all-stars on their team like a couple years ago, or they're like all-stars now, but they were like decent back then, and they like lost all of them, so they just haven't been able to like keep any of their talent, and they like traded away. And I think oh crap, I'm really blanking on names today. Derek Jeter, he owns the Marlins, and they've just been like awful ever since. They were awful beforehand, but they've just gotten like worse since. They only have like one good pitcher, Jose Urena, but he's known for being like a dirty pitcher, and he's not afraid to like hit people with his fastball. Like when
Oh.
Ronald Acuna was on a tear, hitting like leadoff home runs like every single game, he just straight up pelted Ronald Acuna in like the hand with his fastball, and Ronald Acuna had to like leave the game because he got hurt. So I'm
Down.
not a too big of a fan of their pitcher, but the rest of their team is just kind of
Bad.
Yeah, they're really bad.
So, did you go to the Empire State Building while you were in New York?
Yeah, we got to go to the top of it.
Question: did you go during the day or during the night?
It was like during the day. There was like a small sunset while we were there, I think. Like it was like 4-ish, I would say.
See, I went during the night, and what's really cool about that, you can't make out anything. You just see like fields of lights.
Oh yeah, the city is super pretty at night.
Yeah.
It's like gorgeous. I mean, it's gorgeous all the time. I really love it, but it's just wow. Like at night, all the lights.
The way I see New York City is it's a really cool place to visit, but I would never want to live. Just because it's always so loud, noisy, and busy, and
Don't you like also hate liberals?
not the
Because I remember that was like the reason why I
That's a very
didn't
great
apply to
point.
UT Austin.
Wait, say again. Why? What?
I remember like that was like one of the big reasons why I didn't apply to UT Austin.
Yeah, it's because there's a lot of PC liberals, and if I'm going to
Yeah.
spend 4 years there, I don't want to have to deal with that. I already get enough of that in debate. I don't need that in college.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't really like big cities.
really?
Never been a fan of them. No.
That's fair.
That's like my complete antithesis because I love metropolitan areas. Like I love Boston. I love New York City. When we were in
Boston's
Anaheim,
actually nice. I'll agree with that.
Boston has like really nice history. I mean, it's more
Fenway,
of like a revolutionary town than New York is, but its history is like on point.
Yeah.
And it has a beach nearby too, so if you're not like a big city fan, then you can just go to the beach.
Okay, something cool that I realized last night. So I got The Last of Us recently, and I was playing it. And that I guess the first kind of open world section takes place in Boston,
Oh
and it's
wow.
cool just seeing the different depictions of it in like video game media. So
Yeah.
like that one, I saw it all super overgrown and green and stuff. Whereas in Fallout 4, there was just a
Oh
Boston
yeah.
completely eradicated by nuclear winter.
Yeah. The first time I visited, we went to MIT, and CIT, or like the Cambridge Institute of Technology from Fallout 4, is based on like MIT. So whenever we passed by the big dome, I was like, oh man, I've walked by this before. This is crazy. It was a really great experience. I had the exact same reaction whenever I saw Columbia. The campus is absolutely breathtaking. It's like a square, basically. with like little holes in the middle for you to walk in. And then once you get to the middle of it, you're completely surrounded by like 7-story buildings, and it's like all brick stone architecture, and it just looks absolutely majestic. There's like the library looks like the Lincoln Memorial a little bit, and it has like a dome on top, so against like the state capitol or the White House or whatever. And it looks gorgeous once you're on campus. Everything about Columbia like really impressed me.
Wait, Columbia or Cambridge?
Columbia in New York City.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever been to Vanderbilt University?
Vanderbilt? No. Honest, I don't know where it is.
It's in Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
No, the cool thing about it is it's right smack dab in the middle of the city, but there's these big like open fields in the middle of the campus, and so you can really feel when you transition, like going from the outside into the campus. It's a whole different environment.
Wow.
It's the complete opposite of the whole UT thing, where it's intermingled within the city.
Yeah. I guess it's like the same way with NYU, because NYU is just there in the middle of the city, like just next to a park. And the park didn't really have any grass either. So it's just like, that's the campus right there. Same thing with, is it Juilliard or Juilliards? I keep forgetting.
The music school?
Yeah, the music school. It's
Yeah, I
Juilliard.
think it's Juilliard. Juilliard? Juilliard?
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
There was just like this glass building, and I was like, oh, it says Juilliard's right there. I guess that's the super big music place that people want to go to.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what Juilliard was for a while. Like it was a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about it with my family.
Really?
Yeah, it's a really prestigious music thing.
Like, do you know if they're like completely dedicated to like classical music, or do they do like rappers and like stuff like that too?
Did they did they
Like,
only
just
do
out of
real music, or
curiosity.
did they do rap?
Yeah.
Like,
No, like
you
actual
think about
question though.
dropping
Like,
some SoundCloud rap tapes on them.
yeah, no, like I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if they like branched out from like classical music to like rock and like rap and stuff like that. Country
Yeah.
maybe.
Let's see.
I can look
Celebrities.
it up.
Jimi Hendrix went through Juilliard.
So I guess maybe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they teach them, and then that inspires them to do whatever.
Yeah,
They have
possibly.
jazz studies, historical performance, composition, conducting. Yeah, conducting and stuff like that. That's more of classical. That's more classical than anything. So I guess they have like one sectioned off part with jazz studies, and it's like, okay, this is where all the new music that's inspired by blues and other colored people.
Yeah. And like everything else is just like violence and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, the main music page is just 2 people on pianos.
Oh,
So
okay.
I guess that gives you. They also do dance and drama.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Wait, what
Yeah.
else do I do?
That's not my type of thing.
no. See, I think the reason that I never really, because I'm not interested in any of this music or theater or live performance stuff.
But your mixtape. Well,
That mixtape though.
Your mixtape.
that mixtape. That mixtape is very important, though. You know.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh. My dad
Um,
said that New Jersey reminded him of Connecticut when he was there, or like whenever we visited.
yeah. This question's a bit out there, but do you guys know if you can enchant tridents in Minecraft?
I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna do that right now then.
Is this
Yeah,
'cause you're
go
playing
on.
Minecraft while we're recording the podcast, Francis.
Yeah.
I'm multitasking. I can talk while I play.
Yes. Francis is just that talented.
Yeah, it helps me
I
think.
don't know if you can enchant a trident. Don't you
Yeah.
throw the tridents?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
throw
you do.
trident.
Yeah,
I mean, you could just go into creative and try it.
yeah, that's what I'm on right now. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, yeah, carry on.
All right. Speaking of video games, do we want to segue into our next topic, or do we have anything to talk about on New York?
You can.
Oh, we totally could. That was a great interruption, Francis. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that amazing transition, Francis. Today we're talking about video games as our main topic.
Yes, but you can. Minecraft, yeah, you can enchant tridents in Minecraft. So that's
Yes,
nice.
sir. I was right. Hey,
Yeah.
I kind of take pride in being right sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank your
Yeah.
boy here, Isaiah.
Thank you,
I'm
Isaiah.
kind of a genius at this kind of stuff, you know.
100%.
Yes, sir. Unless it's
Okay.
Calc.
So,
Yeah.
what types of games do you guys generally play? I personally, I do a lot of shooters and a lot of Western RPGs.
Yeah, I do a lot of FPSs, so like Call of Duty, Halo, Siege. I don't really play Fortnite, but my brother plays it like a lot.
Dude, Francis, I don't know where you
Oh.
found this kid, but I really like him.
Oh
Me?
yeah, he's great. Well, I found him at school. I mean, like, yeah. But like, what's it
Okay.
called? I play. Okay, so I play League, which it's a garbage game. I'm like gonna like concede that, but like it's weird addiction, honestly.
Are you toxic?
No, I'm not toxic.
I
Like
can't see Francis being toxic.
it's
No,
so
that's not
hard.
his personality.
Honestly, like it's just like I have to like try to be toxic, and like I don't even like myself after. Being mean feels bad. I guess. I think that's
Oh,
really all it is. But yeah, I play League, and like the thing with League is like people who don't play League and people who do play League both think it's a garbage game. But like it's a weird addiction. So like I play that, and like apart from that, play a lot of like Nintendo games just because like that's what I grew up with, like Pokemon, Fire Emblem, stuff like that. And then outside of that, like I like doing like the fantasy RPGs, like the Elder Scrolls series. Those are like my personal favorite, honestly.
Real quick,
classics.
I'm gonna ask you to
Classic,
make a
yeah.
distinction, right?
Hmm.
Do you prefer more Western RPGs, like the style of the Elder Scrolls, or JRPGs?
Okay,
Uh,
there's a difference because the Elder Scrolls is like an open world RPG, and like JRPGs usually have like a linear storyline. Like
Well,
Metal
yeah,
Gear
but
Solid, like the original ones, those have like a linear storyline. It may be quote unquote open world, but you have like points, and there's not really much you can do aside from those missions and points.
okay.
that's a fair
When I say
point.
JRPGs, I mean stuff like Final Fantasy or Monster Hunter Worlds,
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
where
Monster
it's that
Hunter.
kind of like third-person action where you're going at it and just smacking somebody a ton.
I think key difference between the two is like what the JRPGs are more focused on like the app itself rather than like the storyline.
Yeah.
So I know Monster Hunter. If I remember correctly, Monster Hunter really doesn't have much of a storyline. Some of them do have like pretty good ones though, right? I think I play. Oh gosh, I forgot the name.
Is Zelda a
Uh,
JRPG?
which one?
Zelda?
I don't know. I haven't played.
Zelda? Oh, Legend of Zelda?
Yeah.
I think so. I call it one. Yeah, definitely. And like it really aligns with like that like linear like storyline, I suppose. Yeah. Just like there's like some side quests, but like all in all, you're really just focusing on like one like singular like main quest. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Personally, I'm more accustomed to like the Western RPGs, so not gonna lie. But I can get down with both. They both have like their like own appeals. Yeah.
Yeah. The only Zelda game I've ever played was the Spirit Tracks one that was on the DS, and I
think played
loved
that
it. I
one,
loved it, but
actually. Yeah.
I heard people say that that's like the worst Zelda game ever, and that's like the only one I've ever played, and I loved that game so much.
Yeah, so I played Call of Duty Ghosts. That was my first introduction to the Call of Duty series.
Mm.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad. I played through it, and I've seen online it gets a lot of hate.
It's a different type of game. Like I can tell you that feel. It has a little bit more of like a tactical feel and like realistic feel than like any of the other games I've played. The other ones, it seems like you sprint and shoot, but that one it seems like you need to take like a little bit more time making sure you're clearing corners. It's
Okay,
not. It's definitely.
Oh, go ahead.
It's definitely not Siege, but it's not like Call of Duty
Super
Black Ops
fast-paced.
3. Yeah.
Have you played both Modern Warfares, like
Uh,
the Call of Duty 4 and the 2019 one?
yes, that's something I have been able to do.
Do you
I've-
have a preference?
I would say I like the older one better.
Same here.
The newer one, it has the graphics. I think the gameplay is a little bit more refined and like it's not as bulky. But I mean, the storyline is pretty decent also. But in terms of like just history and like the game itself, I would prefer Call of Duty 4.
See, I'm a big fan of playing through the campaigns. And the thing that struck me, because I played the newer one first, and then I went back through and played the older one. It
felt
really
short.
struck me. Well, not only that, but also it felt like you were a lot more like limited in what your character could do with the missions. Like clean house, whenever you're going in,
That
you
was
were
a very
kind of
linear.
just
That one
stuck
was
behind people.
extremely linear.
Yeah.
I mean, you could shoot through doors sometimes, and you can like save one person, but there's not like much you can do. You can try
Yeah.
killing a baby enough times until it kicks you out of the game, and it's like, okay, bro, chill. You shouldn't be doing this right now. But like, there's not really much else to that mission.
Yeah. It's just
I
that's
will.
what the entire thing as a whole
Yeah,
felt like.
I'll concede I killed the baby a couple times just to see if you could. I wanted to see if it would like let me get away with it, or if it would be like, you're stupid, don't do that again. And I was like, okay, cool. These people have some morals at least, because they think it's bad that I killed a baby.
You know, there was a game I heard about it a while ago, and it was basically supposed to simulate like punishment for war crimes.
That's pretty kind of weird, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
There's this new tactical shooter that's supposed to come out called Ready or Not. I don't know.
I saw that. It looks like a more realistic version of Siege.
Yeah,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it should be way better than Siege in my opinion. Like, it looks so much fun, but I don't know when it's gonna come out. Like, haven't. I've also heard Escape from Tarkov is really good, but I haven't gotten it.
Yeah, it looks interesting, but it's expensive.
Yeah. So I'm looking up Ready or Not right now, and you can pre-order it, the standard edition, for $40, which is pretty good. It's 20%
That's not
off
bad,
right now. Yeah, so $40. And
Full game plus beta access.
yeah, or you could buy the supporter edition, which is $120. You get full game. Hold on, let me let me explain what's in it. So you get full game, you get beta access, you get alpha access, which is already passed. You get it looks like, I don't know if FBI HRT pack. It's a character, so you get 2 skins and a character, I guess. So that's kind of cool. You get the first expansion for free. You get a digital copy of the soundtrack, and you get listed in the credits. But like, who wants to be in the video game credits?
Oh, damn.
Kinda
I
cool, but,
guarantee
like,
a lot of people.
whoa! I
That
spent
sounds a lot.
$120 and now I'm in the credits. I wish I had money.
Guess I'll pay one.
Call me a cool guy. Okay.
So Justin, Escape from Tarkov is not available on the Xbox Store.
Crazy. I have a PC, so I can do like whatever.
I have a laptop, but it doesn't run too heavy. Really, you can't run too heavy stuff.
Yeah, I've heard Escape from Tarkov is good though. I've heard it's
Yeah.
also kind of toxic. A lot of the big games are toxic. So like, if you play
Definitely.
CS:GO, if you play, what's Rust? I've heard that's kind of toxic.
Oh, I
Siege is
heard
very
Rust is
toxic.
super toxic.
Yeah, Siege is very toxic. I can tell you that for
Oh.
sure. Sometimes I'm the toxic person. Sometimes I'm like, why the heck would you do that? That's such a dumb move. Why would you do that? Do you not know anything about the game? Your game IQ is so low. I used to say I used to say some really taboo things on that. Not gonna lie, I was not a good person up until, I guess, this year. I feel like I've really improved this year. I started talking to more people, and now I'm like, hey, I can't say that. I'm kind of a cool person now. Not gonna lie.
So do you think the video games helped you with social skills?
No,
No.
not at all. I would not say that.
Toxic for it.
You thought? No. I mean, actually, no, it did not. My only friends used to be on like Xbox, and I think about that, and it's like, that's kind of whack. Like, your only friends shouldn't be online. Like,
I mean, didn't you have Francis though?
yeah, but like before I met Francis, like going into like my only friends that I like talk to semi often, I guess, like we're like always online, and my parents are mad because I was talking to like adults, and oh dang, Francis's power went out.
Wait, no, I'm back. I'm on my phone now, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, my parents they never let me talk to people online. They still don't let me talk to people online. I just sneak it by them.
Wow. Yeah, my
Oh,
parents
okay.
are mad because I joined a clan on Halo 3, and they weren't like too mad about that. They were just like, okay, they're adults. Make sure you don't say anything because they could be weird. Isaiah, you don't want to get like taken. And I was like, okay, that's kind of creepy. If they ask me any weird questions, I'll be sure to say something. But
Yeah, I had a similar experience with Halo 5, but my parents didn't even give me that. They were just like, "You need to stop."
stop. And then one time I was playing, and I had the Connect mic, so you could hear whatever they were saying out loud. And they heard somebody talk, and they're like, "Is that a girl?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And they're like, "Why are you talking to girls online, Isaiah? Like, talk to girls like in real life. If you're gonna do that." And I was like, I'm not like being weird. I'm just talking to people. Like I'm having fun playing games. They're like, no. So they like made me like unfriend all of them and stuff like that. And I had to leave the clan because then it got like really weird. They're like, okay, you need to change your bio to this and this. You need to log into this website. And I was like, whoa, that's kind of above my stuff, dude. I'm like 9 years old. I don't want to do this. So I like stopped.
Wait, hang on. Was it COG?
No, I was in okay, so in Halo 3, I would like my parents wouldn't let me do multiplayer for a while. And then whenever I got to like 7, my parents like, okay, do multiplayer, but just don't like talk to people.
Yeah.
So I did that. I never had like a headset that I could like hear the game through, but I could always hear people through it, and I would just mute my mic. And that was pretty cool. But I remember specifically after one game, I lost to a team. But I think I did fairly decent. And somebody on the other team was like, "Hey, you did pretty good. Do you want to join? Do you want to like join my party?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Hey, do you want to join my clan?" And I was like, "Yo, bro, I'm being part of a clan. I'm like 8 years old. Like I've heard about this on YouTube, like Call of Duty clans and stuff. But I'm a real gamer. I play Halo 3." So I was like, "Of course I'll join your clan." So he's like, "All right, you need to change your emblem in Halo 3." And I was like, "Okay, it's a Halo 3 clan. That makes sense." We were called the League of Justice, I think. And it was really fun playing with them. I met a lot of cool people. There was this one kid I can specifically remember. I think he was a Mexican kid about like 5 years older than me, so he was probably like 13 whenever we started playing together. His name was Kua Comic. It was like CUA and then Comic, and he was like really cool. I remember when my headset broke the first time, and he was like, "Isaiah, you sound like really bad. Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, my headset broke." And he's like, "Your head broke?" And he started like freaking out, and I was like, "Oh my god, no, my headset is broken, so it sounds bad." And then every time, and the headsets back then were like awful. So every time I said, "Oh, dude, that sucks," it sounded like I said the F word, and they would always tease me and they're like, "You can't say that word. You're too young." No, it was super fun. I have a lot of great memories on the Xbox. Not a lot of them were with people that I knew, but like I have a lot of great memories with people that I know, like on PC, as like I've met people and played with people like in real life.
You know what the best game for doing stupid stuff like that is?
What game?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh yes.
Because there are so many dumb things that you can do that are so much fun. The sad part is they took Shield Rush out of the game because recruits don't have shields since the new update. But you can still do all the fun stuff like, I don't know, you can only crawl or pistols only or random ops. And it makes it more interesting, especially if you get a good group of people that are just down to do whatever.
I remember people used to turtle rush.
Yeah. I tried that once, it didn't work.
There used to be a glitch that if you were prone with the
Shield?
Yeah, with a shield, you could hold a grenade and let it cook and explode in your hand, and you would only take like 20 damage. So you could theoretically kill somebody by suicide bombing as a turtle. That was super fun. I think I got like a kill or two on that whenever I played Xbox.
It'd be fun if in Siege they add in sneezing as a weapon.
Sneezing. That's what's in the biochemical containers and the bombs. When the gas gets released at the end of the round, if you don't defuse, that's what releases. It just releases
Giant
COVID-19.
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. The smoke line.
Yeah. My favorite one is Thatcher. I think that's kind of basic for a Siege player, but Vulcan laser sights. That's the best line in the whole game, dude. Like that gets memed so much. Because Thatcher's supposed to be like this old dude who's like anti-electronics. He's a boomer basically. A 6-inch blade never loses reception. He's cringy. He's
You're
like he's like the ROTC kids in real life that are like, "Huh, you think
Oh,
you
God.
need I've learned all these army skills. You think you need technology to survive? Well, I could live in the woods for like 3 days just off of my bare hands." And it's like, okay, chill.
Bro.
That's
I dead
basically
ass
Thatcher.
You are
I dead ass
forgetting.
used to, like ironically salute those guys like a couple like I always like ironically like salute them at least back at Klein High and be like thank you for your service. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you're forgetting the best line in all of Siege. I can't
Which-
believe you haven't mentioned it. Mounted and lauded.
Oh, that's Tachanka.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, playing Tachanka is actually really fun, despite how bad of an like his ability is. Like, if you can get a good spot to put his turret, then you can like wipe kids.
I was 1 kill away from getting an ace with Tachanka.
Dang.
Yeah. Like how do you guys really get like better at shooter games? Like is it just
Practice.
practice or is there
Yeah,
like
just
it's
keep
just
playing.
practice? Keep
Okay.
playing, yeah.
If you want to get better at a shooter game, play the campaign as much as you can.
Okay.
That's
Do
what
it
I
on the
did.
hardest difficulty.
No, I played Halo on easiest difficulty for like.
Really?
I've never played anything above normal.
Okay, my crowning achievement in life was completing Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare on difficulty.
Wow.
It was the hardest thing in the world, but was really fun and really sad.
Oh, actually, when I was in the clan, they made me play a couple Halo missions on like Lasso, and that was very tough because the first mission in Halo 3, normally there's not any like people across the ridge, but once you like enter the place where the Pelican gets shot down, there's snipers across the ridge, and you don't have a sniper, so you have to like try to shoot them with like your pistol and an assault rifle, and it doesn't go well. Like I got killed like 50 times within the span of like 10 minutes because I was just not good. I'd never played that before. But if you put me into like a matchmaking game, I could like clap. I was like pretty decent at the game.
What I really hated was Halo Reach. I was playing on Legendary in that first mission at the very end when you have to go through and kill the elite with the energy sword.
Oh yeah. It's been forever since I've played the campaign. I used to only
was my
play the Covenant on Halo 3. The one where like you get dropped off on a beach and then you have to like fly. I think it's called a Hornet.
Yeah, the Hornets to go to the thing.
Yeah, and then at the end you kill the Prophet.
Yeah.
I love that mission so much. That was my favorite mission. But the mission after that, the Flood, I literally never finished the game for like 3 years because I was so scared of the Flood. I just did not finish that mission. And every
Was
time
it really-
Cortana would pop up, I would just like freak out. I was like, "What the heck is that? That's super creepy."
I hated that mission, but the final mission of
The
Halo
final
3 was great. Where you
Yeah, the
had
final
to
mission is
escape from the
awesome.
exploding ring.
Uh-huh. That one was great.
Okay, I have a question. How do you do with horror games?
I've never played one.
So for me, I am totally fine watching horror movies. What I really hate though is actually playing them because I feel really immersed into the experience, and then I get super scared.
Oh god. I think I
Like,
played like Five Nights at Freddy's. But, like that was it.
That's
I've never
fine.
even
Though. I don't
played
care
that.
about that. I'm talking
Really?
like The
Bro.
Last of Us or Resident Evil. Those types of games.
Oh
Uh,
gosh.
I mean, if you could list off like a bunch of like games like that, I'm sure I might have played one, but it's been forever since I've played anything that's not Siege or Minecraft.
You play Siege on PC or console?
Both. Yo, I used to be like, I was a gold one on Xbox, and I was like super close to plat. I just stopped playing Xbox because I got a PC
I'm gold 2 currently.
and PC,
Xbox.
Xbox. Nice.
I don't really play on PC. I've done it a little bit, but I'm not a huge fan of it.
Yo, I have 720 hours. I was just at 690. Nice. I was literally just at like I was literally just at 699, 699, whatever. I was literally just there, and now I'm at 720. So I've played 21 hours in the last week.
I mean that's understandable though. Like
There's nothing
you
to
literally
do.
have like there's literally nothing better to do.
I've done a lot more Far Cry than Siege recently.
Far Cry? What kind of game is Far Cry?
It's an well, at least Far Cry 5 is. It's an open world game where you have to kill a load of cultists in Montana.
Huh.
Oh, Far Cry 5 is really fun. I've heard. Can't you like kill people with shovels?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
that's
recently got the lever action rifle, and it's really fun to just go and one tap people.
Oh.
Alright, so do y'all want to talk about gaming effects now?
awesome. Sure.
Okay, so for those of you listening, what I did was about the 15 surprising benefits of playing video games. And so we figured, just right before we started, that we would go through and talk about each of these points, maybe our experiences with it, and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
I guess we can go, each one of us will read off one.
All right. I can do number 1. Whatever.
Go for it.
I
So-
can't read off
Oh yeah. You'd have to leave.
because
it.
I'm on my phone.
Alright, Fran.
Yeah.
Wait, you can have Discord running in the background.
No, my power went out, so I have to do this on my phone.
Oh no, I'm saying you can have Discord running in the background.
Like on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay. I can
go
read
ahead,
the first
take it
one.
away.
So number 1 is video games are producing better surgeons. It says that a study of laparoscopic specialists found that those who played for more than 3 hours per week made 32% fewer errors during practice procedures compared to their non-gaming counterparts.
See, I think that's surprising for me, because I would think that would come more from the VR aspect, where people are able to train instead.
I mean, I'm sure they do
I-
VR training, but I think it's from like whenever you play, especially if you played shooters back then, you had to make precise movements to aim on people's heads consistently and stuff like that. So like I've always heard that you get better hand-eye coordination and your hands could be like steadier if you played video games.
Yeah, I know the
And I
whole
guess that's
hand-eye coordination thing, but I guess.
Yeah,
No,
it's
Francis,
really
what do
just
you
a
think?
it's really just a fine motor thing. Honestly, like all those things you're playing do like come into effect. But yeah, like bottom line is like your fine motor skills will like considerably improve. But it really depends on like what kind of game you're playing. Like if you're playing like turn-based RPGs and stuff like that, probably won't help as much. But like Isaiah said, like with like shooters and stuff like that, it'll be like very helpful. Yeah.
Yep.
Did you hear that? Okay.
I heard something. I don't know what it was. Okay, number 2, video games could help people overcome dyslexia. So it says that attention difficulties are a key component of dyslexia, and one study showed that dyslexics improve their reading comprehension following sessions of games heavy on action. The reason they believe is because of the constantly changing environments that require intense focus. I mean, I can see this thing.
Yeah.
Like,
so it'll be like
Spatial awareness and being able to go around and quickly make decisions.
yeah, that would be like I'm assuming it would be more like Dark Souls, Call of Duty than like Siege or
Yeah, where you have to like run around and constantly assess things.
yeah. Also Battlefield. Battlefield is extremely hectic. I can see that requiring intense focus.
I don't know, I haven't played too much Battlefield.
I
Uh,
played Battlefield 1 when it came out. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that game
played
is
a little bit of that. Have you ever
Battlefield.
played Bad Company?
No.
Bad
I've heard that's a
Company
really
is-
great story-based game, right?
Yes, it's the best campaign you'll find in Battlefield shooters.
Yeah, I think Overwatch is pretty good with that too. Because like
Oh, yeah.
movement speeds are crazy, and like literally like there's so many like flashing lights going on, and like there's just so much you have to like focus on at once.
Yeah. There's like
Yeah.
tons of visual clutter in Overwatch.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Because like Rainbow Six and stuff like that, like most of like the colors are like black or like something dark, right?
Yeah.
But like Overwatch has a bunch of like just random bright colors just like screaming at your eyes. So like it can be like really difficult to like focus. But yeah.
See, for me, my thing is I don't really like Overwatch because of all that, personally. I prefer the more realistic shooters compared to those fantasy ones.
That's fair.
As Francis, you want to read off number 3?
Both of you guys have glasses, so like I really don't know. Has it like helped?
I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
It says video games improve your vision.
I've heard carrots
Yeah.
do. I don't think glasses do.
Actually, that carrot thing was a lie. You knew that, right?
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't
the
hear
carrot
this.
thing was a lie. Okay, so like I think it was a lie made up by like the Allies. It was the British, right? So like
Oh
they
yeah, the
still were
carrot
like
thing. So
yeah.
the Germans were
can
so
explain that.
confused why the British were consistently bombing them in such precise areas, and the British didn't want them to know that it was because they had like discovered radar like through the air or something like that, or that they had reconnaissance planes. So they told them
Yeah.
that they were eating carrots and that improved their vision, so they could see the ground better in specific targets. And people
Yeah.
just fell for it because people were stupid.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
That's a fun fact.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And then 4 is video games could help make you a better leader. I could
Obviously.
honestly see that, really. Yeah, definitely.
Whenever I'm going through, was it Oni base? Got my fire team behind me. It's really training me for the business world.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gotta make sure you let them know when to push, make call outs where they're at, you know?
That's like a really big thing on Siege. I know we've been talking a lot about it, but yeah, it implies.
Video games
the
could
fun one.
pique your interest in history.
Assassin's
games-
Creed.
Yes, Assassin's Creed
Actually, yeah,
especially.
definitely. Yeah.
Especially with like all the World War II shooters that popped up, like in the early 2000s, those probably peaked history.
Medal of Honor, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Wolfenstein?
Battlefield 2. I know there's only like a couple games that focus on World War One, but World War One is also extremely interesting. It's just hard to make. It's hard to make it interesting.
Because there was a lot of stale trench warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you try to
What-
make it realistic, it's just going to be super boring.
What really looks good is the rumors about the new Assassin's Creed game.
What's it going to be about?
Vikings.
Vikings?
Mm.
Vikings.
That's even further back. Oh, that's just like barely past Egyptian, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was was it around 1000, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that'll be cool because that's not really a very explored time period.
Yeah, Vikings are really cool. There's only like one. Speaking of like the World War things that we were talking about earlier, there's like one World War One game that's like really good. It's called Verdun. It's really fun. If you have a chance to try it, you definitely should. It's like really slow, but it's like realistic. But they find a way to make it like not that boring.
I'll have to look into that. Good. Number 6. Video games can make kids more active.
I'm
This is
I'm
like a
assuming
bit
this
of
is
a-
talking about sports video games or like
Yes.
the Wii
Esports?
or VR.
Sports games that involve base or basketball, tennis, or even skateboarding can lead to children practicing those same skills out. I don't know about any of those, but I know Mirror's Edge makes me want to do park across the middle of New York City.
Oh, for sure. I know. What's it called? Blitz baseball makes me want to like just tackle everybody I know.
But
Yeah.
my favorite thing to do, because I had FIFA 4 this time on my phone, and I love playing the story mode for that, or whatever. Just slide tackling people as often as possible.
Oh yeah, that's really fun.
So I think this one comes down to really what type of it is.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's true.
I don't think playing Minecraft is really gonna give you a lot of mobile activity, I guess. That kind of
I
stuff.
mean, I play Minecraft and I want to punch some trees, okay? Like, I mean, come on, man.
Dude, don't pick a fight with somebody if you know you're gonna lose.
Ah, yes, I'm gonna lose that tree, aren't
Okay, here's another one. So-called brain games involve stuff that slow down the aging process.
Mm.
I? I
This-
mean,
Well, see, I think this one's talking a lot more about mental aging rather than physical
Yeah.
aging.
I know there are some pretty decent brain games. It's been a while since I've played any of them, but there are some pretty decent brain games out there.
Yeah.
For the DS, there was like Brain Age, and that used to confuse me because it was like math that I didn't know. But now I could probably play it and be like, "Yo, this is like the lightest work I've ever had to do." Like light
Uh,
exercise.
Instead of the government spending money on healthcare, they should instead spend it on giving all the old people video game consoles.
Let's make.
obviously.
We live in a society.
Wait, have you like heard about how like the online Tetris players are all old people since they like came back since they like started like way back then? So the top like Tetris players are also like super old. So I thought that was just interesting.
Did you see the Donkey Kong world champ got beat by a 13-year-old?
I believe
Seriously.
it.
I think it was
Yeah.
Donkey Kong. It was one of those old retro arcade games.
I'd believe it.
Yeah. Let's see that. Wait, hold up.
Alright, who wants to read the next one?
I'll take it. Oh crap! Hold on.
I think you'd be really good for number 9.
Me? Oh yeah, y'all can read number 8 then.
Francis, go.
I'm going. 1 second. I
Francis.
lost the article. Hold
Oh,
up.
number 8. Okay, then I'll read
Video
both. of them.
games might help ease pain.
Sure. Like, is it like is it talking about physical or like emotional pain? Like
Yeah.
physical pain?
I think well, it works as a distraction. I think it doesn't really help ease it. It helps take your mind.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. And then yeah, that's fair.
Okay, I guess I'll read number 9 then.
Yeah.
It says video games can help you make new social connections. Gamers are sometimes stigmatized as being too insulated, but the opposite is actually true. The rise of multiplayer experiences online has given way to a new form of socializing in which players work together to solve problems. But studies have shown games can also be a catalyst for friends to gather in person. Roughly 70% of all players play with friends at least some of the time. I mean, yeah, I usually play with people I know, but like, I used to make a lot of friends online, and we
Yeah.
talked about that earlier in the show.
Doing Siege, I find a lot of fun doing the looking for group posts. I'll just go on, see if I can find a good group, and then run with them for a bit. Okay,
I haven't
funny
talked-
story about. Go ahead.
No, you go. Mine was like a short statement.
Well, yeah, I had a funny little story about this. So during debate, we wrote speeches that we would present at tournaments, and I did an informative speech about video games. And on one of my posters, I had a Discord, or the Discord logo. And so after the speech, one of the girls in the audience came up and asked for my Discord.
Wow.
Mm.
Haha. I got this girl's Discord earlier. I know. We're gonna start dating in like a couple days.
Girl hit me up on Discord. Like,
Yeah.
Not a big deal or anything.
No,
but
she added me, and then we didn't talk for a while. And then one day she just like slid into my DMs, and I was like, "Dang, okay, I see what you're about. Yeah.
Oh god.
What is sclerosis? Okay. Video
don't
games
know.
can help improve balance in multiple sclerosis
Oh.
patients. So first, I think we need
So
a
MS,
sclerosis.
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 Yeah.
That would
Sclerosis.
make
It's just MS. I don't remember what it did actually. I remember I had studied before though. But I
A
don't
disease
remember.
in which the immune system eats away at the protective covering of nerves. So I guess it increases your chance at nerve damage.
Pretty
Are you saying
much.
video games though, or sclerosis?
Sclerosis.
Sclerosis. Okay.
It's sclerosis.
Sclerosis?
I'm gonna call it
Sclerosis.
sclerosis.
Sclerosis. Okay, fine.
Sclerosis harms you. Video
Yeah.
games. stop
Oh,
it.
it literally says what it is in the article. It says it is a disorder affecting multiple nerves. They often have problems with their balance because of this, and no medications have been shown to proven to help. One study showed that patients who played games requiring physical interaction while standing on a balance board improved improvement afterward. So basically, like the Wii.
The surfboard games
Yeah.
and stuff.
We fit.
So basically, the Wii helps people. I think that's what all these studies are for. Is that the Wii is a great console.
It's just a
Your
big ad.
health benefits
just
of
like an
video
ad
games
for the Wii.
sponsored by Nintendo.
Nintendo. Honestly, I kind of miss the Wii. Not gonna lie. Like
It was alright, but it didn't
like
have any
I like
really
old school
fun games.
Nintendo. I don't know. I liked old school Nintendo, like the DS and the Wii.
I
Like
used to play so much on the Nintendo DS.
DS is amazing. Like that was like I don't know. Still like one of my favorite consoles. Like even though they don't make games for it anymore.
I like
Because,
the Lego Battles games. I always played those as a kid.
Oh, the Lego battles. Those are the. Oh my god, hold on. Let me look those up. That brings back a deep memory that I didn't know I had. Bro,
Did you ever play the?
I played that. Oh my god, dude, I rented that from Blockbuster.
Oh my Wow, what a statement.
My blockbuster memory is renting Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones game.
I remember. I rented a Final Fantasy from Blockbuster, and it was like the worst Final Fantasy game. It was Final Fantasy 13, the one with like the pink-haired girl on the cover. And I've heard from multiple people that that's literally like the worst Final Fantasy game like of all time. So it's nice to know I've never played a good Final Fantasy game.
Did you ever rent games from Redbox?
No, I think I might have once. Did y'all ever go to Hollywood Studio?
Hollywood Studio.
Universal, you mean?
No,
Wait, no, it's in. Wait, actually, where's Hollywood Studio? I don't know.
no, it was a rental.
Oh, oh. No, I've never been
No.
there.
I have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
Oh, Hollywood Video. That's what it was called.
Oh, I'm familiar with that. I never used it.
Oh, dude, I loved Hollywood Video. In my opinion, it was better than GameStop.
Really?
Like, in all honesty, it was better than.
Like, okay.
It had better. It had more video games. That's why I said it's better.
No. Honestly, GameStop's kind of like overrated. I'm not gonna lie. Like, literally,
Okay,
like
did you hear about the latest controversy?
what they
They
do this
called
time.
themselves. They declared themselves as like essential retail, so they can be
Oh, I remember
the
that.
coronavirus. Yeah,
This is
That
a
is
thing that
so
happened like
stupid.
yesterday. It's the funniest
Yeah.
thing in the world, but it's also really awful.
it is kind of awful. It's okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I pasted a picture of it in guest chat. We used Hollywood Video. I remember they had like no late fees, and that's why we went there.
Uh,
Oh,
And it was like,
really?
yeah, it was right. You know where the GameStop is right now in Spring
Yeah.
Cypress, next to Walmart. That's where it was. I think it took up the GameStop in the building in the store next to it. I think the hair
is
salon
that
or whatever.
Sports Clips?
Yeah, the sports clips next to it. It took up both of those, and the ceiling was super duper high. I love that place.
Damn. When they close?
I think they closed around like 2007, 2008.
Oh wow.
It closed really a while ago. I miss it. I remember there was a Hollywood, where the Papa John's is on Luetta by Klein. There used to be
Yeah.
a Hollywood Video there. It was like there or the shoe store right next to it.
I remember there was a Blockbuster over by I think Tomball Memorial, maybe.
The renting was the best part of my childhood, or like renting was like the best part of like buying things.
Renting. I don't know. I don't think I ever rented video games back then when I was a kid. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't do it too much. I usually we would buy games. Like, did you ever play Skylanders on the Wii?
Oh
Not on
my
the Wii.
God.
I played
Yeah, I
that.
played before though.
We have like a load of the Skylander figures downstairs.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Weren't
we
those
have
things
we
like
have hella
super expensive
Skylanders.
too?
They were like $5 a pop, like $10 or something like that.
Basically. Yeah, because like I knew someone who like played Skylanders and like they just had like a ton of them, right?
Joseph
like-
Joseph played Skylanders. We have like 70 at our house. We have tons.
Oh God. I don't know, it might have been your house or something, but like there were so many. So like I expected them to be like only like $1 or $2, right? Because I was like, oh, like this dude has like 50 of them, or I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot to me back then, right? So like I was like super shocked when I found out they were like $5 a pop, and like yeah, that's kind of wild.
How do you think they make their money?
I don't know.
Marketing
Remember
101,
Disney
Francis?
Infinity, and it was basically just like Skylanders
Skylanders, but
with
Disney
Disney.
stuff? I didn't play that. I never played that.
I played it. It was
Okay.
decent.
Huh. Yeah.
Alright.
So what's like number? What are we at? 11.
11?
11, yeah.
This one I agree with.
This one
it
I
says,
disagree with.
Help improve your decision-making skills.
Okay.
We all know someone who seems to have a faster CPU than the rest of us, able to retrieve information or react in a split second.
Bruh.
For some, that ability might be strengthened through gaming. What a gamer, honestly.
Oh my.
Okay,
That
that is
statement
literally
hurt.
that's literally
statement
only
hurt.
for video gamers. That's literally video gamers, shooter players.
Facial awareness.
Honestly.
I will say, although I wasn't the biggest fan of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the story as a whole, the games like or missions like Clean House or the hospital one did help a lot with that. Because you would just randomly see civilians coming into your crosshair, and you had to make the decision whether or not to shoot.
Oh, the hospital one. I figured out real quick which ones were fake civilians, and I killed a lot of people while they were still on their bedside.
Oh,
Like, I could-
okay.
Well, no, because they would lay in a gurney or something, and they would just like pop up with a gun, and you could figure out
Yeah.
real fast which ones weren't civilians and which ones were civilians. So you could just like
Oh,
shoot
that's
them before they even reached for their gun. That's what I meant. Like I killed people while they were laying down, not like I
Okay.
just killed random civilians because I wanted to. I'm not
You
that.
kill all of them. You'll technically kill all the like bad guys. because
Not
that's
just the
what you do,
men, but the
right?
women and the children.
Children too.
Ah, yes.
I slaughtered them
Um,
like animals.
But like, okay, my evidence against this is purely anecdotal. But I played a lot of video games. I still make very poor decisions. So,
I felt that.
I
That's
mean-
I think it
Yeah.
means like quick time decisions.
a quick time decision.
That's probably
I
what.
mean-
Ugh,
Oh, okay.
My
Yeah.
quick
so-
time decisions aren't the greatest either.
that's like Telltale games.
Oh, okay. So this is what it says. It says in one study, players who were immersed in fast-paced games were 25% faster in reacting to questions about an image they had just seen compared to non-players. So
Right,
it's more about like
Okay.
reaction times and stuff, and than like your overall decision-making skills.
Yeah.
Then like
Well,
life
Francis,
decisions. I
there's
guess
an excuse.
there is an excuse. Yeah. Alrighty. And
Video
12
games
is.
can curb cravings. I mean, I can see that happening. There have been so many times where I've just gone hungry because I forgot that I was hungry playing video games.
I suppose that's fair. Yeah. Like.
Like,
And
You go.
then. Huh?
what were you saying?
Wait. Oh wait, no. I was about to say something like. Actually, I don't even remember what I was going to say. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I'll stop
go
playing
ahead.
for is to like use the restroom or grab a water. I don't
Alright.
really eat.
Back before my family moved, we had a it was the family room. It was right next to the kitchen, and off to the side there's this little like alcove space with doors, and that was where the computer was. And did you guys ever play the Lego game where it was like Lego Worlds or something like that? It was just this huge thing with all these different mini games that you could do.
Is it like Minecraft but like this, basically?
No, there's like a load of different scenarios you could go into, and you could unlock stuff, build your own base, and all that. No, wait, I'll see if I can find it. But I used to play that game for hours at a time. And my parents were always worried about me just doing it for too long. Let me see what I can find. If you want to go, you can just go to the next one.
Alrighty. Next one is video games can reduce stress, and honestly, that I can get with.
That's
yeah.
Shooting people, and
that's a lie
I don't know, I think it
Really?
some of them help.
for me. I guess because I only play Siege, but I'm sure like Fallout can ease my stress sometimes, I guess.
Minecraft can do that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It really does depend on the game. I feel like generally, like multiplayer games will like make you more stressed. Just because, like, I don't know, League may sound like generally makes me more stressed than I was before. Not gonna lie.
Gamers might be less likely to bully.
Okay,
Uh,
here's the thing.
Haven't you ever played Rockstar Games Bully? That is inciting kids to bully.
Is that a good game? I heard it was a good game actually.
I've heard it's a good game too. And I
Yeah,
hope that
okay.
people can realize that that was sarcasm. It's
Yeah.
it's not a bully simulator.
But I
I mean, it could be. I mean, I think you can just like straight up slap anybody.
No, that's not what it's meant to be.
I mean, that's what
Well,
I
I-
would do, honestly. That's what I do in GTA. I play the
Right.
story mode, and I just run up to people, and I make them attack me, and then I like beat the crap out of them. And I do that enough times, and then the police start chasing after me, and I just
You
run
beat
to
up the
repeat.
police.
Oh no, I can't beat up the police. I'd die. But I can hide from them, and then start beating up random people, and then hide again, and then beat up random people. That's my favorite. Okay, that's my favorite part about like an open world game between Rockstar and like anything else, because I played Sleeping Dogs for a while, and it's basically GTA but in China. but you can't punch random people. You can shoot random people and kill random people, but you can't punch random people. And I really like punching so much more than like shooting.
I think I might have found it. It might have been Lego Universe.
Wait, I've heard of that game before. Wasn't that online?
Yeah, it was a big
Yeah, no.
online game.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I heard about that. Lego Universe, yeah. That was a big thing.
Yeah, here it was so it was a huge game. I loved playing it, and I played a ton of it and spent so many hours in it. But they shut it down in January 30th of 2012.
Oh.
Like, I remember being so
was-
sad when that thing shut down.
Where were you when Club Penguin was shut down, though?
I didn't really care. I never played
Club
it.
Really?
Penguin is kill. No.
No.
Have you seen that
bad.
before?
Yeah, I think I've seen that before, yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. I can't believe... Gosh, that was 8 years ago. I
What?
still remember that game. I didn't even play
Oh.
it. Yeah.
I had like a bamboo forest in my base.
Okay, I found the screenshot for the Club Penguin thing.
Okay.
What was the world record for getting bans?
It was like 2
Oh.
minutes.
I saw that.
I thought it was a lot shorter.
Okay, no, because like all you have to do is like make a character and then type in like fuck into like the the chat, and they ban you like really quickly.
Yeah,
I think you have to do it twice though, because first time's a warning.
I thought it was once.
I'm not sure. I remember the video though. I saw that video. Yeah. I don't know. Ah.
You can
Number
get banned for
15.
cannibalism on.
Number 15, Burger King foot lettuce.
The last thing you want in your
Wait.
burger is somebody's foot fungus.
But as it turns out, that might be what you get. Bro, I had that whole thing memorized sophomore year. Because I was like, I can definitely beat chills if I really tried.
I see one that's
Burger.
15 seconds to get banned.
Oh, wow. Well, then I was way
Really?
off.
All right, so
Uh,
what's number 15?
Video games can help address autism. Gamers using systems that incorporate the entire body to control on-screen movement have been shown to be more engaged in celebrating victories with their peers, which runs counter to the lack of communication people with autism sometimes present. A study also showed that sharing space with multiple players can lead to increased interactions for those with the disorder.
This sounds like couch gaming. We need to bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
But
I can't
this
really
is, like,
relate to this
split
one
screen.
because
Neither can
I mean, at your birthday party, we all had a bunch of fun just trying to speed run the Call
yeah,
of
no,
Duty
I was-
thing. Who
yeah,
ended up
I-
having the fastest time? I
I did.
forgot. You
Right
did?
there.
I think I was like right
Yeah.
behind you.
Yeah, it was when you guys were about to leave. I made a run.
Oh, you made a run and then you beat me?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
I remember we said that
Yeah.
we all need to go back one day and try that.
Yeah.
But I can't see
Have,
like half
have
of
any
those.
of you gone back?
I've not.
Uh,
I've been to Francis's house, but we haven't played
Call of Duty.
I'm guessing none of the females went back either.
I mean,
Not
they've
for Call of Duty.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
Wait, you
went for
had
something
females
else.
over, but
Wink,
not for
wink.
Call of Duty?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
T.
You're really making moves.
Francis be balling
No.
out here.
No. Francis, I don't know. I've been single for 17 years. I think I'm gonna try to hit 20. Just to, like
Try to
round
hit
it
20?
off.
I don't think you should try. I think you should just let it happen.
I'm gonna let it happen.
Like if you don't, sometimes if you don't look, it'll just happen. But if you try too hard when you look, then it's like kind
Oh,
of.
definitely, yeah.
That's how you get to like unhappy relationships because you're
So you
forcing
become-
yourself into one.
Definitely. Like, I can definitely see myself being single for like 20 years. And yeah, I just want it to be like a good number. I don't know
The
why.
master doesn't play the game.
Exactly. Obviously. Coaches don't play.
Coaches don't play.
Coaches. Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, I mean, like, I think it'll happen naturally. Me being
You
single
think you're
for
just
20
never
years.
gonna get a girlfriend naturally?
Francis,
Yes.
do you know where you're going to college yet?
I don't even know. Like, I have some decisions coming in, like, what? January, February, March. March is a 31 days, so 12 days.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see how that goes. I mean, like, it's, I don't know, yeah. It's gonna be nice. I'll figure it
Oh.
out, though.
If I get accepted to Columbia, nobody's ever gonna see me in Houston again.
Bruh.
And that's
Are you
a
gonna, like, Do you plan on like staying in like New York
Um,
if you go to Columbia?
I don't know. I mean, they won't. I'm sure I just come for family events.
That's fair.
I'll be right
Like
back.
I would stay because I think most of their students just like live. Like 98% of all students just like live on campus or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'd definitely not be one of those kids that's like, hey, I'm gonna try to live in New York City instead of on campus. Like
Mm.
that's hella expensive.
Yeah,
Same thing with
definitely.
Harvard. Most people in Harvard live in Harvard.
Yeah.
Harvard is a really nice campus too. It's just not as great as Columbia's, in my opinion.
Really.
But they have a subway station that takes right next to Harvard. That's like literally just takes you into the city. And so if you wanted to go, it's just like a 10-20 minute subway ride.
Huh. Cool. When did
Yeah.
decisions for Columbia come out? Is it April 1st too?
Late March, April 1st. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Good luck with that.
Gracias. Where'd you apply? Or like, where are you still waiting on?
Oh God. I mean, like, okay. I mean, I'm probably getting rejected from like
Alright, I'm
most, if not all, these schools. But Bryce is probably like the one that I'm like really waiting for, because I think that's like probably like one of my most like realistic like acceptances.
Do you know
I
when
guess.
Rice comes out?
April 1st.
April 1st?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
applied.
I saw April 1st. I honestly don't know how that's gonna go. Not gonna lie.
I don't think it's gonna go
Like,
well.
It probably. Who knows? It might not go well, Alex. But you have to be optimistic.
Dude, I got Notre Dame today, and I'm worried.
Oh, what time's it coming in?
5:42 p.m.
Oh shit. That's a really weird number. Not gonna lie.
Well, there's a reason behind it. So it's 6:42 Eastern time. In
Yeah.
a military time, that translates to 1842, and that was the
Yeah.
year Notre Dame was founded.
That's fair, I
Wow.
guess.
That's kind of complex, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They put like a lot of thought into that. Not gonna lie.
not really. It's
Yeah.
just 1842 is the year that they were founded. That's also the time they release.
It's not that deep.
I suppose so. I suppose so. Yeah. So that's coming in like 11 days, and like, yeah. I don't even know. Like, I'm probably going to UT, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I'll figure it out. Ooh. Yeah. Are we
Okay.
good? Yeah. What's up?
Top 5 games to play during the whole break.
Okay, who's gonna start off?
I don't care.
I don't have my list with me right now.
Okay,
Mm.
I'll start. I
shoot.
have my list pulled up.
Yeah.
First on my list, it said, do you want to go down one list or?
Go down for like 5 to 1.
Okay. Well, mine are in no particular. My games are Halo Reach,
Uh-huh.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Fallout New Vegas, Rainbow Six Siege, and the 2013 Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
Nice.
Wait,
I put the
no,
Tomb
that's
Raider
not
on
the
there.
blocky one, is there?
No, it's
What?
not the blocky one.
It's not the blocky one, right?
It's
Yeah.
the reboot one for the new series.
It's not Triangle Titties.
But I, yeah, that one's on there because it adds a little bit more. It mixes it up because the rest of them
Yeah.
are mostly shooters.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I guess I'll read my list off, and I'm gonna go from 5 to 1.
Okay.
So number 5, I have Fortnite, just because that game's like super easy to just play over and over again.
That's what you have seen.
Number 4, MLB The Show 20. It just came out. I really want to play it, and since I don't have any sports to watch for a while, I think I'm just gonna play that for a really long time. And then number 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
The new
Especially with the new one, especially with the new game mode that just came out. I've heard that's really fun too, so I think it's gonna be easy to just like binge that game over and over. Number 2, I have Rainbow Six Siege because it's like the only game I play and I binge it anyway, so why not put it on here? And then number 1 is Red Dead Redemption 2. I have so many hours in that game where I just like tie people up and drag them with my horse, or like dumb stuff like that. Like I just love doing like really weird things that I could never do in real life, like in video games.
Have you gotten into any of the Easter eggs with like the aliens and all that kind of stuff?
No, I've just been like killing people and then rebooting, so I don't have a huge bounty.
Nice.
Yeah.
For
And
MLB
then-
the Show, can't you just simulate a game and watch it as if it were a real game?
Oh yeah, you could, but it's not as unpredictable as real baseball.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, there are
So-
still some games where it's like, hey, my team is like a 90 overall, and that seems like a 78. How did I lose to them 6-7? But generally, if you sim a season, you're gonna have like the same top 3 every single time. There's like not really much parity,
Oh.
disparity. There's a lot of disparity. There's a lot of disparity because everything's super. Like if you're good, you're gonna be good for a while. If you're bad, you're just not gonna get good ever.
That's fair. And then my top 5 are probably going to be, let's see,
Are they in a
Oblivion's-
particular order?
no particular order, not at all. Probably okay. Oblivion is probably like my favorite like Elder Scrolls game, just because like its graphics are kind of bad, but like the storyline's so good. Like I actually love it. Like I think I've played Oblivion more than I played Skyrim, so like definitely on my top there.
What's the
What's
premise of Oblivion?
So have you heard of Uriel Septim, like the Emperor
Uriel.
of Tamriel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
So, like,
named
he gets-
currency after him.
Yeah, so he gets assassinated,
Oh shit!
and
Ooh,
it looks like the old Uriel. It looks like the old one. So like then you have to like, so then his like nephew like comes into power, and you like have to like assist him into like, I guess like being like, into like helping. Okay. Also, you have like the Oblivion Gates, right? So Maroon's Dagon, he like tries to like raid like the world by like opening a ton of Oblivion Gates, and then like his like little like monsters just like come through and like attack. And like you have to like close those gates down. The main story isn't too like good, but like it's the side stories that like really get you. The Dark
But-
Brotherhood questline is like a lot better than Skyrim's.
Oh, the Skyrim one
Because-
was kind of weak.
Yeah, but like
was,
the
like,
Dark
3
Brotherhood
missions
one
in
is
it,
so good. Because like you have like unique kills for like every single for like almost every single assassination. Like you have like poisoning, you have like dropping like paintings on top of people. You have like
Oh,
faking assassinations. And there's like this big twist at the end which is like super cool.
Ooh.
Like okay, so pretty much you have to like kill like your own like assassins. Because
Yeah.
like that there's like a cleanse it's like a cleansing they have to do a cleansing ritual because there's like a traitor in like the myths. Which is like so it was like it's really nice. I really liked Oblivion. And then on after that I'd probably say Pokemon Heart Gold or Soul Silver. Either one doesn't matter, but like those are probably the two like best Pokemon games like ever. Because you guys played Pokemon before? Well, do you like know the premise?
It's
I
been
know
forever
it's
since I played
I
Pokemon.
haven't played it.
Yeah, but like so normally when you play Pokemon you have like one region, 8 gyms, but for Heart Gold and Soul Silver you get 16 gyms in 2 regions, which is really cool.
Oh dang.
Yeah, and it's like it's just more expansive than like everything else that they've made. And like literally like all the games before and after like never like tried to repeat the same thing again. Because like you had like every like it was like so packed that I think people only bought one version of the game. But it's really good. It's really good. And after that I'd probably say Minecraft, just because of like I don't know. I started playing it like earlier. And it's really nice. There's a lot of modes on there, so that's cool.
Mods are the best part about Minecraft.
Definitely. I started playing like a couple hours ago. I'm making up this list on the fly. 2. Yeah, 1 and 2 I really don't know. That's all I got. I have 3.
This is why I told you to prepare for it, Francis.
Wow.
I thought I could. Okay, fine. 2, probably Fire Emblem. That's a really good one. On the DS, you have Fire Emblem. Awakening's the best one out of all of them. And then for number 1, I would say. Shoot, what is my number 1 game? I really don't know. Oh, Animal Crossing. That's a good one too.
Oh, I've
Animal
heard about
Crossing?
Animal
Why would you do Animal Crossing?
Animal Crossing is meditative. Okay.
Have you ever heard of the game Islanders?
Islanders? No, I haven't.
Okay, it's on Steam. You can get it for like $2 maybe.
Yeah.
It's a really amazing game where you get this island and you get different buildings and you have to try and build up this civilization until you either can't place anything or you don't get a certain amount of points. And as you have to fill up a meter so that you can go onto the next island and repeat the cycle. But it is an extremely good puzzle game and better use of time than Animal Crossing.
It is not a better use of time than Animal Crossing.
It is. It's so
It
much
is
more
not.
enjoyable. It is so
It is
much more enjoyable.
not.
Yes.
Animal Crossing is meditative. Okay.
Okay, Islanders is way more meditative.
Meditative.
We aren't enslaved to some evil animal.
You are not enslaved. You are the mayor of a town.
Where you
But
have
you
to work
pick-
for the guy, and he keeps upgrading stuff, and then you have to work more for him.
But you get to pick stuff off of the
Sounds
ground.
like slavery. It
Honestly.
sounds like slavery.
But it's fun.
You ever have you ever heard of Silent Hill?
No, I
Yes.
haven't.
So Silent
Silent-
Hill, it's this game where your character has to go to a town and it's all abandoned, and there's all sorts of monsters.
Yeah.
This is where you see the classic pyramid head. And basically, the render distance was so short on the original PlayStation, or PlayStation 2, or whatever it first came out on, that
Yeah.
they created this really dense fog so that it wouldn't have to render it much. But anyway, there's this secret ending where you go into a control room and there's just a doge controlling everything going on in the town.
That's funny.
Huh. Interesting.
Huh. There's a baseball game called Out of the Park Baseball. And it's sponsored by the MLB. Actually, that's crazy. It's like a MLB manager type deal.
Let me see. There's some baseball game I used to play.
It's a text-based simulation.
Which one?
Text-based baseball simulation. Out of the park baseball. Apparently.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Oh,
That's free to
I
download,
couldn't
too.
be a GM though. Whenever I play like a GM mode, like that couldn't be me.
I used to play was it 2K11 on the
2K.
DS.
They had
I-
it on the DS?
Yeah, MLB
Oh, it's not like
2K11.
that.
Oh, MLB. I used to play FIFA 13. I used to play the demo on my PS Vita, and I would always go Barca, and I would beat the crap out of like the French team.
Did you
Or
ever
Barca,
play,
Barca.
Did you ever play Backyard Baseball?
No.
I played that a ton on the DS. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All the characters would have these goofy pictures for their heads. There were characters. Right now, I'm thinking of Chase Utley. Like that's the specific face I see. It was a really weird, kind of very harsh shape.
Wait, what was it called? Backyard Baseball, right?
Yeah, Backyard Baseball. It was on the DS. And there are all sorts of different, different fields. One of them was a farm field, and there was a UFO flying around in the background. It's fun. All right, so
What's up?
do we want to move on to our final topic today?
Wait, we have another topic?
Yeah.
What is it?
Remember how I told you to make that list of the top 5 TV shows we can binge?
Oh, I got you with that one. I can make that one off the top of my head.
Yep.
Make it up real quick.
Yes, I'm making it up right now.
I have mine right now.
I
Go
have mine
for
right
it.
now too. Isaiah, you go.
All right, so my number 5 show is The Umbrella Academy on Netflix. I binge watched that whole thing in like a week, and I
Yo,
would
that
go
was
back.
good.
That was a really good series. Like I was so invested. Like it's a really great thriller. The TV show itself is like really awesome. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the premise. I only wish that they would have explored more children. So maybe they'll do that because they said that there were like tons more kids that were born that day, and they just didn't explore those other kids. They just focused on like 6. So maybe like if other kids come in and start affecting things, that would be cool. Number 4 is Star Wars: The Clone Wars. There's like 6 seasons. They're releasing episodes of season 7 like as we speak.
Hey, there's one out today. It came out this morning.
Yeah, it's really good. There's so many episodes. The story is really deep. It goes into detail. There's so much more about the Star Wars universe that you'll know if you don't read the extended universe stuff, and it's really great. Number 3 is The Good Place. I'm a sucker for like
Bro.
comedies, and I
Hell
love that
yeah.
show. It's hilarious. It's the characters are great. The story's engaging. How it ended, it's kind of sad. But it's a good TV show. Number 2, if my phone would turn back on, is Avatar: The Last Airbender. I think that speaks for itself. It's like one of those
Oh, yeah.
iconic American cartoons of all time. It rivals some animes. The story is super in depth. People love it. It has a spin-off series that's set in the future, like called Legend of Korra. It's bomb too. I mean, I've heard it kind of got whack, but I stopped watching it. But that one's
That's
really
fair, that's
great.
fair.
And my number 1 show, I would hate myself if I didn't say this like at all on the list, is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's like my favorite show of all time. It's hilarious. I love the characters. I love the story. The romance, the drama, the comedy, all of it is perfect. It's on point. It always hits for me. Like this TV show makes me feel things, dude.
Shit, man.
Okay.
It's a great TV show. Better than The
So-
Office in all facets.
The Office is amazing. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not saying The Office is bad. I think it's overrated. It's groundbreaking in that it's like the first good mockumentary type thing, but it's not the best mockumentary. It's not the best comedy.
I disagree. I think it's absolutely amazing. Probably the best comedy, modern comedy at least.
You need to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Maybe. I don't know. We got plenty of time, so
The thing is that I've watched both, so
yeah.
and I might also be biased because I didn't watch The Office for the right reasons. And I have a reason to not like it also because I
What'd you
also
watch
don't
it
think
for?
it's that great. I don't think it's as good as Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think
What'd
it's
you
about
watch it
Parks.
for?
I watched it for a girl,
Oh. Wait, which one? Which one?
Jordan.
Oh.
Jordan.
Mitchell?
Yeah. I totally should have just watched it because I wanted to watch it. I mean, Parks and Rec was like sort of along the same lines, but I also really wanted to watch it because I've heard it was hilarious.
It is really good.
Brooklyn-
So Office is better than Parks and Rec, except for the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, the last
the
couple of
final
seasons of Parks
episode
and Rec
hit.
weren't that great either.
Yeah.
Oh.
The final episode of The Office hit.
Yeah, Brooklyn Nine-Nine has hit almost every time for me. Like most episodes are big hits, in my opinion.
So on to my list. Again, in no particular order. Francis didn't prepare. I over-prepared. So I have 6 recommendations.
It balances out.
The first one is Twilight Zone. This is that
Twilight
old
Zone.
anthology series with Rod
Oh,
Serling.
yeah, I heard
All
they're
black
making
and
like a
white.
new one too.
Yeah, with Jordan Peele, I think is the
Yeah.
director. I've heard they aren't that good though. But really good episodes. Monsters are doing Maple Street, Nightmare at Monsters are doing Maple Street, Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, and Third from the Sun. These are all absolutely classics and great. Next on the list is Westworld. This is one that Francis was wondering about last week. This is so this company called Delos Corporation owns a few different parks where they have all these human-like androids that go, and basically the people can do whatever they want with them. But then a few of them start acting off, and they slowly descend into chaos. There's the robot uprising. Yeah. So it's a pretty good show. It's definitely long, and the timeline is extremely confusing, but worth it. The third one is a Netflix original, Daybreak. I binged this in about 2 days. It's this whack post-nuclear world where like it's only teenagers that survive,
Oh,
younger
okay.
people, and so they have all the cliques and stuff from high school. So you have the all the jocks, there's the cheerleaders, gamers, and they're all competing for survival. Next one, The Witcher, another Netflix original based on the amazing video game series by CD Projekt Red. It's only got one season, but it's definitely enjoyable, especially if you understand all the stuff behind it.
Mhm.
Okay, then next one, really reaching back, is Twin Peaks.
Oh, I've heard that one's really good.
This is one of those mystery shows where
Oh.
it's really confusing, and there's a lot of questions that are just left for the viewer to imagine.
Oh
But it's a lot of fun to watch, and it really makes you think. Plus, it's pretty long too. Each episode is like an hour at least. Then the last one is a Prime original. It is The Boys. It's based around this guy named Billy Butcher, and he's leading a campaign against superheroes. And it's a realistic take on superheroes, and also where they're corrupt. So it goes into a lot of the collateral damage of superheroes and corruption, with superheroes being a corporation.
Is that your?
Alrighty.
That was everything. Okay, hold on.
So-
I have to add one because I would hate myself if I didn't. I completely forgot about this show. Gravity Falls.
Yes.
Honorable
Oh,
mention.
yeah.
Gravity Falls. That should be number 5 ahead of Umbrella Academy. Gravity Falls is the best show on
And it's on
Disney
Disney
XD
Plus.
of all time. It's on Disney Plus. You can watch it right now if you have it. And I think there are lots of people. I mean, you can also find like a pirated version for free, but Gravity Falls, one of the greatest shows of all time.
Adventure Time is up there too. If you're talking
Yeah.
about animated stuff.
Yeah. Those 3 plus regular show. I've heard those are like the 4 pillars of American cartoons.
No, I think
Definitely,
I say
yeah.
the original Simpsons have to be first.
I guess
Like,
children's
where they started
cartoons.
going all new stuff. Yeah. Children's cartoons.
Yeah, but if you were to include all cartoons, you'd have to put like Family Guy, American Dad, and The Simpsons, or like not American Dad, King of the Hill, or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But then that was like one of the OGs. Like, holy crap.
Right,
Yeah.
I
Francis,
don't watch
did we
Family
buy
Guy
you
in a long
enough time?
Yes, you did. Okay, so here's my list, right? So I'm gonna start with the animes because I'm a weeb, okay? No game, no life. So like this one's about like people like playing games and like they bet like their countries like over it. And it's a really good watch. Like I don't want to go like too deep into the story, but like that's pretty much like the premise of the game. So like these two people are like reach like the top of the board. So like every single like game they've played, like whether it's like shooters, like RPG stuff like that, and they're like thrown into like this world where like games like mean like everything, which is pretty good. Number 2 is Kengan Ashura, which is a fighting anime. It's super gory, and like the thing is, like a lot of like the styles that they use in like the that each of like the individual characters like use are like based off of like real life ones. So like if you have like experience with like martial arts and stuff, it's like a really good watch. After that, I have Akame ga Kill, which is an anime about like assassins who are trying to like bring down like a corrupt empire. It's like kind of tropey, I'm not gonna lie, but like it is really good. And if it's like your first time watching anime, it's definitely like a good one to start with. And then my other 2 aren't animes. You have Black Mirror, which is I think it's like an anthropology, right? But like it's
Anthology.
Oh,
anthology. That's what it is.
I've
Yeah,
heard
it's an
that one's on
anthology.
Twilight Zone.
Black-ish. I don't know. I'd say it's a more modern version of Twilight Zone because I watched a couple episodes of like both. But like Black Mirror is like crazy. Like some like just like okay, so like there's like a ton of they're all individual episodes, and I think there's a lot of them in total. I think it's like 12. They're each about like an hour long, and like it's just like really deep. Yeah, it's really good though. And my last one's Parks and Rec, and I just love Parks and Rec. Like that's just my
It's not
thing.
as good as The Office. The Office is better.
Parks and Rec is amazing.
Parks and Rec. That was one of the first shows that I started binge watching. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. There's so
Parks
many
and-
iconic moments. It's hilarious. Chris Pratt is amazing.
Chris Pratt is
Honestly.
amazing.
Andy Samberg is amazing.
Yeah.
Leslie Knope, her character is awesome.
I liked April.
April Ludgate's pretty
April's
cool too.
Yeah.
Ron
Ron Swanson.
No, Office is still better than that. Parks and Rec is just rip off Office.
It is not.
It is.
It is not. Parks and Rec is better.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You're extremely misguided, sir.
You
Okay,
are.
have you ever heard of the show? It's on Netflix called Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh yeah.
I've heard
I watched
about
a couple episodes of that. It's good.
Yeah, it's an anthology series, animated. It's got a lot more mature themes, but it's good. It's got some of those episodes are anime style.
Is
Some are-
SpongeBob an anthology series?
I mean,
SpongeBob?
None of the episodes really line up with each other.
I would say so.
Technically. Yeah, SpongeBob's
Okay, but-
anthology.
Anthology series. I'm just confused because anthology series they don't usually have the same recurring characters, right?
Oh, that is a good one.
No,
Wait,
it varies because Clone Wars is an anthology series, or at
That's
least
true.
the first few seasons were.
That's
Legends
true.
of Bikini Bottom is anthology. I don't know if SpongeBob itself is anthology though.
Have you read the Bikini Bottom comics on Reddit?
No.
I have not. Wait, okay, there's a
Those
fan
are-
theory, right? Wait, what is this?
What?
What is it?
Okay,
Copy
so I'm
paste it.
reading I'm on fan theories, right? And
Uh-huh.
it's saying that SpongeBob is an anthology series with and every single episode is from a different universe of SpongeBob's. That's okay. That's weird. Yeah.
Here. Okay, I'm gonna put this link in the general chat. Take
Okay.
a look at it.
Bet.
It's got 21 episodes.
Oh my gosh. This is giving me the I'm sorry,
Don't
John
hug-
died.
Don't hug me, I'm scared.
That too. But have you seen the ones where the where Garfield is evil, this demonic thingy?
No.
Wait, hold up. I'm gonna look it up. I'll look up one of their things here. I'm sorry, John. These things are actually cursed.
Holy cow! Oh my god, this is awful.
What?
Whatever he pasted in chat.
The Bikini Bottom horror. Francis, you
Oh
need to-
yes, that's exactly what it is.
It's so cursed. Actually. Oh my god.
First images.
I hate looking at these comics.
Where's that SpongeBob? I'm supposed to be open soon, and I don't have my Star Fry cook. He's gone, you greedy scavenger! And if you don't want to join him and half the rest of Bikini Bottom, you'll help me.
Oh.
Start boarding out these windows. But me customers. Shh, did you hear that? He's outside. Don't move. He's just feeling around. He can't see us. Each of my arms has a Each of my arms has an eye, Sandy. Oh my god. You're next, Mr. Krabs.
Oh boy.
Wait, no, oh my god. Mr. Krabs says, wait, please, this is insane. This is evil. No, this is Patrick.
Yeah. That is your
You
Fun.
forgot
Yeah.
yourself, Patrick. Crabs eat starfish. I haven't
Oh.
forgotten, Mr. Krabs. Your Krabby Patty secret formula? It's me. You stole a piece of me all those years ago, and we want it back.
What the fuck?
So if you want to go and look into stuff, look up the Bikini Bottom horror, and it's that. Patrick goes on a killing spree in Bikini Bottom, and a gruesome-ish.
Does Sandy have a
Sandy's name?
Glock?
Sandy
has a
Sandy
Glock.
gets a handgun. Yeah, she gets a Glock.
Yo, Squidward's ripped. What the hell?
Squidward goes all Rambo, and then all
Wait, where and what?
this scroll down. You have to load more images, I think. But down near the bottoms, Squidward goes on a killing spree.
Holy cow! I see Squidward now.
What the hell is this?
All right, and on that bombshell, I think it's about time we wrap up the episode. We're over an hour and a half now, going towards 2 hours. But yeah, so this has been the second episode of Quarantine Podcast with special guest Isaiah.
Holy
Yeah.
cow! This has been a fun episode, but oh
Yeah.
my god, this SpongeBob comic. Oh my
This
god.
is disgusting. Oh my god.
This
Like
is
and
awful.
subscribe on the YouTubes. Follow us on our social media. Instagram is quarantine_podcast. Twitter is @quarantinepodc2. Facebook is Quarantine Podcast 123. SoundCloud is Quarantine Podcast. Isaiah, do you have any social media that you want to link or anything?
On Instagram, I guess that's too heavy with periods between each word.
Yeah, so go follow Isaiah. I'm sure he's got some amazing stuff. Although
It's
he's
just one post, but
probably
it's
too
I'm
distracted.
kind of hot, so I'm kind of hot, so you might really want to follow me.
100%, man.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. Do you guys have any final notes?
That's all I got. Yeah,
Yeah, this has been fun.
this
There's
is fun.
a request to follow.
Oh, neat.
Wait, Isaiah, how many accounts do you have? Just like out of
Just-
curiosity.
Just the one. Okay.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
just the one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Gosh, how long have you been recording?
We started at 12:02, I think.
Wow,
There's
we've been
no
recording
way.
for a while.
Let me check.
There is no way.
Where did I post the thingy? There, Craig joined. 102.
Oh, okay.
Started at 102.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, we started at 1 or 2. Oh my god. We
Still a
did-
while.
A good
Not
hour and
this is
45 minutes.
holy crap. Yeah,
This
Yeah,
has
even
been
longer than the last
we have
one.
Plenty to talk about, and we aren't rambling.
That's true. That's true.
In case
Yeah.
you're still listening, make sure to give us feedback. Just like tell us stuff. Tell us how we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's gonna get this far though. Not gonna lie.
Get to almost 2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this hasn't been that boring, but also I've been included in it, so that's the
Yeah.
thing with podcasts.
Yeah.
I usually can't watch them because because I've not engaged like a part of it, then I'm usually just like, okay.
Yeah. All I got is like Joe Rogan like talking about like DMT and stuff like that. Like that's all.
Yeah,
that's
it's like
all I
always a
got.
clip that somebody watches and they're like, that one's great.
Yeah, but like that's like like out of like the entire like hour or so of like an episode, there's like 30 or like 30 seconds or a minute that's like actually really good. You know, it's weird.
I didn't watch too much Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's pretty solid though.
What's more
Especially.
fun is Alex Jones turning the.
Oh
freaking-
yes,
Oh my god, he turning the frogs gay. I love that one. That's hilarious.
Infowars. Honestly, I feel like we've reached a point where we might as well just start considering Infowars a legitimate news source too.
If we
Because, like-
consider CNN a legitimate news source, consider source.
If we consider Fox News a legitimate news source, Infowars is pretty much the same page. Okay, hear me out, right? Like, okay, so Fox News is like running at like YMCA, right? Like almost, they have like 4 TVs. They have like 1 Fox, 1 CNN, like 2 other things, right?
Right.
But like literally, like there's like a ton of like explosions and like all kinds of stuff on their like channel, and that's the exact same kind of shit that you see on Infowars.
Executive producer Michael Bay for Fox News.
Oh yep.
Honestly,
It's the exact same thing as Infowars.
Definitely.
It's literally the
Yeah.
exact same thing. That's hot.
But yeah, Infowars is yeah. But this like I listened to Alex Jones twice. This Joe Rogan had him twice, and holy crap, this dude's conspiracy theories are the best. Like they're just so much fun to listen to.
Okay. There's a whole documentary thing that Alex Jones did about
Yeah.
Bohemian Grove.
What?
Bohemian Grove.
Oh, that's like
Yeah.
that meeting that like all the rich people have like every now and
Exactly.
then. That one I heard about that. Yeah,
I feel like that might be
Alex
real.
I
Oh,
believe it
there's
honestly.
definitely some stuff up with that. You should go watch the Alex Jones video on it. It's an hour and a half long, and you learn Bohemian.
That might be too long for me to watch.
What else are you
look.
gonna do? You don't have anything else going on.
I said online school starts next week.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
So
Online
gay.
school-
What?
Our teachers have been giving us assignments.
Yeah, but they were like optional, so I didn't do them.
No.
Oh no,
They're
the things on
assignments.
things on StudentNet were optional, but they said that they can start like assigning real things next week. I think that's what they said in an update yesterday.
They've been assigning real things.
Literal homosexuality. My god. Oh, I don't want to do work.
Neither do
I
I.
hate school. I just hate it.
Yeah, I
Like-
need to get cracking on my physics today.
Yeah, it's not even fun. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, but that's all I got. Yeah. So, we good for the day?
Bye. Thank you very
Adios.
much again. Wait, we're probably gonna come out with it
This is a really long episode.
Monday or something.
This really is. I don't know. Sometime next week, we'll drop something.
I think
We'll figure it out.
Mariel was the one that wanted to guest next.
Yeah,
She'll probably be joining us at some point.
yeah, something about art, probably. And
Yeah,
we'll figure
We don't know
something
what we're
out.
talking about yet, but we've got a few things in the works, and they should be exciting.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty.